Hi there guys, welcome back to Byte Review. This time we're looking at the OnePlus X. Kicking off the specs, we've got an 801 quad-core processor, 3GB of RAM, a full HD screen, a 13MP camera and an 8MP front facer, and that's backed up with Android 5.1.1, 16GB of storage, a microSD card slot and a dual SIM setup. To get things started, I just wanted to say that the price and the screen on this phone are just excellent. The phone comes in at £199 and the screen is a full 1080p AMOLED panel with super inky blacks and really popping colours. Now, just because the phone is cheap doesn't mean it looks it. The OnePlus X is easily the best looking phone for under £200, and in fact it's probably one of the best looking phones this year. From the chamfered metal edges to the glass on the front and the back, there is no denying the phone has that premium feel. The edges are beveled, giving it a notebook impression, which also makes it pretty grippy while holding it, and those buttons feel well placed, tactile and clicky. OnePlus have also included a notification slider from the OnePlus 2, which is nicely textured to isolate it from the others. Overall, it adds up to a very attractive package, despite its inherent slipperiness when placed on the surface. Mercifully, OnePlus have also included a microSD card slot, which also doubles up as a dual SIM setup. A smart decision, as the OnePlus X only comes in a 16GB variant. On the software side, we're looking at Oxygen OS 2.1.2, a very slightly modified version of Android Lollipop. It keeps a very stock feel to the OS while adding some of its own software tricks into the mix, including a menu to the left of the home screen which includes recent apps, contacts and the weather. My favourite, however, is the active notifications, which glow in black and white when you wave a hand over them but light up in colour when you place a finger on the screen. In classic OnePlus style as well, you can also pick between the software keys or the capacitive buttons present on the phone, depending on which you prefer. That 801 chip from last year generally holds up well as well. There were some slight slowdowns during gaming, but across the system things were generally speedy, apart from the very occasional stutter when exiting apps. Gesture controls is another simple trick that lets you perform quick functions. While the screen is off, drawing a V shape turns on the light, and drawing a circle pulls up the camera. The camera app on the OnePlus X is nice and simple, it's quick to shoot and is reminiscent of the one present on the iPhone where you swipe to move between modes. And the camera itself on the OnePlus X is another classic case of an Android 13MP shooter, which means in good light it will take a generally accurate shot with plenty of colour, clarity and depth, looking quite true to life. However, move it out of a decent light and it becomes noisy very fast. Unfortunately, I was most let down by its video capabilities, which even in good light seemed a little grainy and the frame rate dropped plenty of times during my test videos. The front-facing 8MP selfie camera holds out pretty well as well, producing some nice shots and decent lighting. Unfortunately, battery life was a little inconsistent, getting me through an entire day sometimes, but on others I was reaching for the charger come evening time. So to wrap up, the OnePlus X is easily one of the best phones you can buy for under £200. The screen is beautiful, the software is smart and the design is lush. And on the flip side, it's very slippery, the video camera isn't great and the battery seems a little inconsistent. Thanks for watching this review guys, and if you've enjoyed it, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up and drop your mouse over that subscribe button as well. Cheers!